So this podcast here with Dexter Tan and Devin Larratt was fantastic. They addressed a lot of relevant topics in the arm wrestling world after East versus West 20. So I do want to summarize some of that. I will put the link in the description so you can watch that for yourself. But some things I want to cover is that Devin said Vitali has the best chance out of anyone to defeat Levon. They did train together, Devin and Levon. It seems like East versus West is going to release that footage at some point in time. They're going to specially release it, and Hermes trained with Devin as well, but it was on a separate day, so I don't think they were all in the same room the same day, but we're going to see that footage eventually, which is pretty interesting. I'm curious if they actually did a chocolate eating contest too, like they've been saying, because that would be entertaining content. See what happens there with those three legends in the sport. Devin said that Ivan Matyushenko would never pull him because that's the guy who wrote the letter, the one who drafted the letter of the 27 athletes who were trying to blacklist Devin from the organization. So he said Ivan would never pull him. That was something that was said. Also, somebody dropped a super chat and said it wouldn't be funny if East versus West pressured Artur Makarov to not pull with Engin. And Devin said that would be funny. That would be a good idea, considering that's Makarov competed in GVW, and that's a rival organization, and looks like Dexter was trying to avoid talking about that, of course, during the podcast, but Devin just says whatever he wants, which is cool. That's why we love him so much. Devin wants to face Morozov on the left, potentially, is what he was saying. So that's another thing that's pretty cool. That's another highly anticipated matchup, given the practice poll after his match against Petrenko, where they went up and Engin tried to split them up and was like yelling at them. That was pretty intense. I think other than Vitali, I do think Morozov is like another really hyped match between him and Devin, considering the animosity that those guys have between each other is pretty undeniable. So that would be exciting. But he said he's also open to pulling some guys below him in the rankings, such as someone like Kamil Jablonski. But Matt versus Yoshi, Matt Mass said he would be interested to pull Yoshi Kanai, so I think that would be an interesting matchup. Also, somebody dropped a super chat about Matt versus Denis Slankov, and then Devin Larratt was going off saying Denis Slankov is washed up. He's afraid of even getting on the arm wrestling table. He's absolutely a shell of himself, and he's completely afraid to do anything arm wrestling related. So Devin was basically trashing into Denis Slankov there. But overall, really good podcast here. Let's look at a couple comments here in the description, see what people's thoughts were on this podcast here. Dadakian versus Muratov is the most requested match for EVW 21. Yeah, that would be fantastic. That would be a fantastic match. I don't know about EVW 21, considering that's only 6 weeks from now. You would think maybe Dadakian would want more preparation time. Also, that's in New Jersey, so there is the visa situation. If might be difficult to get Dadakian and Muratov to the United States of America 6 weeks from now, but who knows? Maybe in a future event in Europe or something like that. I mean, obviously, this is a huge matchup that I think a lot of people want to see. I love how Dexter is trying to stop Devin from talking about controversial and difficult stuff, like going over the capacity of the venue, his practice pulls with Hermes and Levon, confirming a date for the Vitali match, the letter from the 27 athletes, Ryan Bowen and GVW, but Devin has no filters. Yeah, Devin's the man. People are already excited. Devin versus Vitali is the hype match. Yeah, it was a great event. I think the best East versus West, period. I don't necessarily agree with that, considering how many shutouts there were. I think maybe some of the previous ones, maybe the one where Devin faced Petrenko or when Devin faced Levon in the rematch. I mean, there were plenty of East versus West events that had really good matchups and like a lot of close matchups. This one, 10 out of the 12 were complete blowouts, which obviously they can't control that. Like, it's just like it happens, but it was a great event, but I don't think it was the best ever. I don't agree with that. The lack of Engin only makes it better, says this person. That got a most thumbs up than any other comment. Show the practice pulls. Yeah, we want to see that. That's going to be exciting to see the Levon versus Devin practice pulls for sure. Practice pull would get more views than the event. LOL, top 3 practicing is huge. Yeah, especially considering Vitali beat Jerry so easily. I think a Levon and Devin practice pool would probably get more views than that match. Seeing Devin and even Monster Michael Todd drop down out of boredom or lack of matches sucks. Don't want to see either drop till age dictates it. Yeah, I kind of agree. That's why I want to see the Devin versus Vitaly match so bad, because Devin's not getting any younger. So want to see those matches happen before he drops down in the categories. But what do you guys think about that podcast? Also, make sure to vote. I put up a lot of polls in the community tab post on my channel of potential future matchups. Do make a comment and vote on those, because I will be making a video on that pretty soon, guys. But thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe.